What I'm showing today is a quick system for nightly thorium. What I've done is scout several of the VK80 bases. And we're going to go ahead and go through a whole system here. These individual images will be in a zip file in the comment section, or you can look at them here and pause screen capture on your own. This is set up only for a platoon of phalanx. Okay, in my instance I have 12. These are level 14. The numbers don't matter so much. If yours are a lower level or you have fewer, then you will get fewer VK80s. Or if they're higher, you'll get more. We're going to go ahead and kill VK80s with this platoon until it's dead. We're going to use it as we go, or we're going to bank it as we go. Here's the system. I go through each one, and as I do, I mark ones that I think are good. When I go to a base, I have a look inside. Not scouting, just looking. Then I'll go and notice some key feature. So in this case we have jackals. And jackals are deadly to phalanx. If you try this base in this normal manner, your whole plat will be dead because of these jackals. So you skip that one. Go over to another. Have a look. And I'm looking here. I'm going to notice the railgun and radar. So there's a railgun radar. And let's check another one, say defense lab radar. Defense lab radar, yeah, that's it. So here are the mines. There's our way in. And this is a good to go. So I'll go ahead and mark that. And I've got 5 marked. So that I've got 4 marked. Alright, let's go ahead and leave it at that. And I've got my phalanx already over at one of them. Now this is important. You have phalanx. You map out 5 or 6 using this set of maps. And then after you're done mapping, you turn electric. Activate and extend. Depending on how much you can hold, you almost certainly must spend or store this thorium every map that you do. So just to refresh my memory, this is a railgun and a radar, so I'm going to go in to the center, avoid the left. I'm going to stay inside the square. If I go outside the square, I'm going to get popped. So let's try it. Phalanx, you need to have it on Ruby at some point so that the Spartas it drops will help you. Double click, Shift 2, so I have it on a 2 hotkey. Turn on Ruby and go in to the right. Now if I start dropping, oh, I'm getting corroded by somebody. I must have missed someone. Okay, now, without getting those last two, I'm going to pull these guys back through the safe path that I know because of that map and retreat them. Because if you're over on that end and you finish this map, Kixeye will very happily drive your phalanx over the mines that we know are in these two corners. So then I'll just use some air and get these last two radars. Okay, that one's done. Select. Well, I've still got it held. I'll go to the very next and load in that corner while he goes. Go spend the thorium. Now, you can bank it or you can spend it. If you have some sort of workshop that's not done yet, many of them are 5-second thorium. If that's the case, then you fill up a whole bunch of res. In my case, I'm banking using air. So I have a whole bunch of air stored up here. All of these cyclones will never be built. They're just there to stop the thorium air from building. I'm going to turn off one, which will then increase as soon as this red is done. It's done uploading my change to the server at Kixeye. And now we're up high. Oops, go in and spend this. Now I am today doing laser tank. And it's very expensive. 60 a star. And it's going to take another 120. And then I put it over, save, end. Now I'm going to get another 50, which would put me at 68, and I can hold that much. In the meantime, I'm going to need some more metal and oil. And I have over here some items promoting, which will never finish. That's 165 for that. So that should put me at 355, which I can hold. And that will come in a moment. So we'll go back to the world. This is loaded. Let's have a look at which map this is. And this has an Overwatch in the front center and a roaming howler. Okay, it's not that one. Not that one. There we are. I think that's it. So that, yes, if we have a rocket, and we have an Overwatch and an Overwatch, that's it. So in this one I need to go to the left. Okay. Turn off Ruby. Hide so I can see stuff. Now, again, not selected, spacebar not selected. 2, I've got them all chosen. Go to the left. When your guys start getting more dead, they're going to start dropping controllable Spartas. And in that case, you don't want your controllable Spartas standing all around and doing nothing. So you have to choose, have Ruby on, or choose to make them fight. See, these guys will fire their shock and lock up most everything. Or they will bait most everything. So you want to go in and move away. And I need to go out the left side. I almost drove over those mines. Turn off Ruby. Those guys are hunting something up there. What are they hunting? And we've got a couple items left here. Shortest route from the outside to in. Come on. Turn that off. Grab the plat. Go to the next lowest. Go into the base. And so I had 190 and I turned off a promotion, which by the time I get back in, because I hit another base, should have updated. And it's up. And I'm at 68. I need 60 for another star. Now, equip, save and equip. Okay, now the next one I'm going to get 50 more, which would give me 58, which is not enough. So I'm going to release a little more thorium. And wait till it updates. This little red marker here means that it is sending out whatever command I did to the KIXEYE server, updating my profile there and making it permanent. So if I go out early, the thorium here, if they're not running well, may just be lost. Okay, let's check this map. Okay, so we've got an Overwatch in the front center and a rocket on. That looks like the same. Yeah, that's the one we just did. Okay, so to the left. One, two, three, four. Spacebar 2, have them selected, turn on Ruby, R, to the left. When you're moving through these groups, S, fight, click, click, click. S, they retarget. S, retarget. S, they retarget. Or directly on something, so they all hit him. We still don't have any roaming Spartas dropping. Controllable Spartas, I mean. So I'm clicking directly on some things. Boy, that guy just won't die over there. I'm not sure why he's not approaching. So come back out the way I came in. Wonder if I can get a little shot on him. Nah, I'm not risking that mine. Retreat, 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 retreat. And take my air. I use the Phantom because I can control, oh goodness, I can control from what direction it comes in. So it'll come from the left, from the west if I want it to, and instead of this little airplane which forces me, my air coming from the lower right, from the southeast. So Oh, it's taking too long. There, he killed him. Now, I can keep going on this, but the intent is to show you a full system so that you can get rid of the star, go to the next base, which you've already set up, bring him in the lower left. You have a whole system to do this every night. It's an overnight heal for one phalanx. And because of these maps, you will take a lot less damage than you otherwise would. Oh, that looks like that's going to finish, which I don't want to finish. That's a promotion. Goodbye. I want to save him so I keep that money. And it's updating now, and it may or may not show. Spend this money real quick. And 6. This one's 6, but it's broken. And I'm going to do the mines next, I guess. 60, start, finish, click, collect some cash. See how collecting money causes everything in the base, its current status, to be updated. Whatever's healing, whatever I just bought, whatever these numbers are, is now stored in Kixeye. So if I get another 50, I'll have 73, and that's fine. This is not sufficient for another star. So, oh, I did turn off that promoting Grenader guy, and it did not give me money. So what that means is I have to hit a low-level base to release the funds, and that means a 5. So if I take this buggy and run him over here to a 5, I don't have to kill it, I just have to attack it, because this releases what's called a delayed reward glitch. Kixeye's never fixed it. If I were to go back into the base now, the 135 from promoting an elite Grenader is now in my bank. Okay, we'll go back out. Have a look at this guy. All these that I have a star I've predetermined are acceptable. They have no corrosion that I know of, and the mines, there's an empty pathway into the center with no mines. Okay, this has a railgun and a radar in the front. Okay, so that's to the right. Let's attack that. Turn off Ruby. Coming in from the left. Spacebar to deselect. 2. Remember, I double-clicked everything that I want. I held down the shift with my little finger and clicked the 2 to memorize these units onto the number 2 key. So when I hit spacebar and nothing's selected, I just click the 2 and they are bound. Turn on Ruby. Because when I hit stop or S, I want my phalanx and Ruby to randomly choose nearby targets, because that's what they do. They shoot in all directions on the move. Man, there is something in there that I don't know about that has corrosion. I bet it's one of those towers. That railgun just sitting still. And I do have my corpus advantage. See here, my advantage is that I have adaptive armor. And this back this way. This is the way out. And because I have a corpus CC and I am only using a corpus unit in the base. I can take all kinds of burst. Adaptive defenses. Units cannot take more than 15% of their maximum health no matter what. So I can take 7 full shots from a jug, for example. Corpus units take 10% reduced damage in general. So it's a massive difference. And that's done. And we have 2 radars. The target with the strip is the base of the building that I'm targeting, not the top, not the side, the very bottom. That's all I have up for demo. I've done, what, 4 VK80s, about a minute each, and look at that, man, it's just friggin' brilliant. I mean, I could probably get 4 more before this plat dies, but this is not the intent of the video. And I've been spinning it, but it's worth noting that if I want to save it, you have something that takes a long time that uses metal and oil, in this case promotion. You have some room to work with, and then you purchase something that is expensive. So I could buy 2 of these guys here. 1, 2. Now that is stored up. It's not available to be taken on PvP if I get hit. And this is 4 days. This is 5 days. 5 days, 5 days. That's like almost a month. That's 20 some odd, that's a long time before this will actually process. So I can spend that any time in the future so long as I have some room. All right. And that's pretty much the system. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.